Some weeks ago I saw Fury, this war flick from 2014 where Brad Pitt drives around a Sherman tank, and I kind of like these movies. But you see, I see it as a missed opportunity. As said, I like these movies that portray the day-to-day working conditions in military, and Fury did not deliver that. It was just another action flick. A good example, as far as I remember, was Memphis Belle from 1990, a movie about the crew of a B-17 bomber. I really have to watch this one again, although it has this cheesy, unrealistic ending. But it's okay. But the best way ever in this regards is Das Boot from 1981. Das Boot is a bit like Machiavelli. Anybody knows it somehow, but only a few handful have ever touched it in reality. You get this film in somewhat of 2 hours watch time, or the uncut version of 4 hours, and the 4-hour version works better because it's boring for quite a while, but that's the point of the whole movie. The first week within the 50 days or so that the film portrays, pretty much nothing happens, so you as a viewer have all the time to observe how people behave in such a situation. And that's the core of the movie. It's about how this microcosmos works. You have the normal sailor with a working class background and no political interest whatsoever, next to the rich, highly devoted Nazi brat who is pretty disgusted by how the master race behaves around him. Yes, I mean all the farting jokes. By the way, if you watch the movie, the beards are a good indication. All the clean-shaved guys are Nazis, and those who don't give a fuck are just normal soldiers who do their job. Yes, of course, they cheer if they sink an Allied ship, but they don't praise the party for that. They just do their job, which is one thing that bugs me with American movies anyway, and the whole American folklore around the Second World War. Let's kill some Nazis is as accurate as if the Germans would have said let's kill some Tories in the case of the English, or let's kill some Democrats in the case of the Americans. Based on their acting governments, the Nazis took power with 33% of their votes. A pretty significant amount of that from women and not guys. To believe that every German Wehrmacht soldier was a Nazi is absolutely absurd. You would be right with the SS. But the SS was pretty much a private Nazi club with tanks. But the common soldier, the common sailor, that's a completely different story. And this is one of the crucial things you have to understand before watching the movie. There is a lot of hate from the little soldier against the Nazi establishment, pretty much since they came in power pretending, like all other socialists, to fight for the little guy and ended in a situation where the little guy had to fight for them. Especially the U-boat weapon was not up to the task, but the party did firmly believe in this weapon, and no fact would ever change their minds. The result was that 30,000 of the 40,000 U-boat sailors did fall. The movie is filthy. You can almost smell the odor of oil and sticky air, and 50 guys farting. It must have been hell, and the battle scenes are fast-paced, especially compared with the boring episodes in the movie. They see a ship, they fire torpedoes, dive and wait for hours while depth charges explode around them, followed by days and weeks of waiting again. War is dirty, war is ugly, and full of regrets and dehumanization. It's disgusting. Das Boot is a story about a national hero who wants to be anything but a hero. He just wants to do his job. This is what he cares as long as he has to do it. He follows orders, he accepts how he's portrayed in the propaganda, even though he pretty much hates it. Das Boot is a masterpiece in a lot of ways. In times like these, it might make a difference. It might add some nuance to black and white views of the world. Watch the movies, guys. You won't regret it.